Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to another one of my live streams, and welcome to an installment of In Your Face. Now, on the installments of In Your Face, a lot of times it's really focused on what's actually happening. In this particular case, we got a lot of ground to talk about. We got a lot of things to talk about. First and foremost, we have a lot of things that are going to be happening in the next couple of days, along with what's also going to be happening between now. Well, basically, when I go on vacation soon. Hey, what's going on, Sean? So we got a lot of ground to cover tonight. Don't know if we're going to stream as long as we normally do. What's going on, Lewis? Live stream, my friend. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Nothing bad, but there's going to be a lot of stuff happening between now and next, basically next week. Thank you so much, Lewis. Appreciate you being here. It's going to definitely be one of those streams where I'm just going to tell y'all what's going on. I'm going to tell you what's up and, no BS, it's just going to be, straightforward, this is what's happening. So let's cover our bases. Hey, Queen, what's up? I understand. Sometimes I'm in and out, but that's another story for another time. So we're going to do the usual. We're going to wait till about the 10-minute marker, and then we're going to go in, hook up the, kind of go to the office, and you guys will notice that there's some stuff now missing from the office. The transmission and all the parts. Sometimes we just take spells like that where we just gotta, we gotta go and, kind of clear our heads sometimes. Hopefully you could do that here tonight. If not, you know how to get a hold of any of either Princess Fhaie or myself. You can talk to us. So we got a lot of ground to cover tonight. So one of the first things that we're going to talk about is the next Cinnamon live stream. We're going to talk about Project Spirit, Project Lena. We're going to talk about basically kind of what's going to be expected kind of be going on behind the scenes for the next couple of days, and then into my vacation. So just kind of a heads up, it's going to sound like there's a lot to take in, but there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Then there's even going to be some updates that, we're going to be talking about well into next year. Basically, when you get to where so kind of a heads up, we will be talking a lot of long term. I mean, we're talking like, well into next year. Some of the things that we're kind of looking at from there. So today is kind of getting you all caught up to speed because I mean, I can put it in the Discord and I can send it out to the Sunnies, but then there's some people that would be missing it, but then I could put it in a community post, but not all the time does everybody see the community post. So then, it's just easier if I go live, tell you straight up what's going on. That way you guys aren't in the dark. What's going on, filming? Good to see you. Last night's live stream was ginormous. However, when it was finally loaded to YouTube, that pissed me off because when I shut down last night's live stream, 43 likes. YouTube took away a bunch of them. They purged some people off my channel. They don't have the right to do that, but we're going to deal with that soon enough. Basically, I'm back down to 1,059, and it's like, you sons of, so there was some aggravation there. So we're going to kind of talk about a little bit of stuff from last night's stream. It was, it's good to see everyone. We got filming, we got Sean, we got Lewis, we got Queen. So there's going to be a lot happening in this particular stream as far as updates. One of the things that we're also even going to be talking about is where all those parts for Project Spirit, like the new transmission and everything, all that went. to Torque Diesel and Auto. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. We're also going to, again, oh, stupid tablet cut you off. I hate that. I had a tablet that it was a joke. I should have never bought that thing, and I got rid of it. Of course, I had no choice after I accidentally dropped it. Then I got really pissed off, and you know, after I dropped it and it cracked real easy, I got pissed off and threw it one more time because it slipped out of my hands and didn't even work right to begin with. So I was really pissed. It's like, you piece of donkey. Anyhow, I was a little hotter headed back then. So we got a lot of stuff that's getting ready to happen. Basically, in the between tomorrow and Sunday, some stuff that Princess Fhaie and I have talked about at great length that we want to do between now and then. Um, kind of some stuff that happens behind the scenes, some stuff that you guys don't always hear about. So we're going to kind of touch base on that, and that sort of thing. And we're already looking well into next year. So we're talking a good distance into next year. We're even going to be talking about content that I'm working on. I'm actually, before the live stream, I looked down on, oh shit, realized that, I was, that it was about time to go live. I'm like, son of a gun, I need to get my butt in gear and kind of, talk about, what we're doing. Um, so there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about in this particular stream. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of updates, basically between now and the end of my vacation. Um, Something even happened funny. That's kind of funny that pertains to my vacation as well. And I know a lot of you have been worried about me. It's like, Prince Magnum, you really need to take a vacation. You really need to take a vacation from your job, and maybe even need to slow down on YouTube just a smidgen, because if you don't, you're going to go out of your head. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about in this particular live stream. There's just going to be so much to talk about. Um, but yesterday's live stream was ginormous. It was huge. I've never had anything like it. It was huge, and there was a lot of you that were there. There was a lot of things that kind of happened in a good way, and I honestly didn't even know what to think of it. Kind of surprised me, if you will. So definitely, I really didn't even know what to think. It was one of those deals. So, you know what? We're close enough to the 10-minute marker. Because, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to stream my usual full, but there's a lot of stuff that we got to kind of talk about. All right. So, if you haven't had the opportunity to smash the like button, now would definitely be a great time to do so. All right. So be sure to do that as we begin going ahead. We're just going to go ahead and get underway and start talking about the next few days into my actual vacation, and then through the vacation. And then we're even going to talk about some stuff that goes beyond my vacation. Okay. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I really didn't want to do anything else other than just kind of, I sat there and I thought, you know what? I just need to update everybody on everything that's happening right now. Princess Fhaie, on Monday, will be hopping a plane and going all the way to Oregon. Obviously, not just as simple as that. There's the way the airlines work, they got to make different stops and things like that, whatever. Basically, she'll hop a plane in Lambert Airport and fly to Texas. And then from Texas, she'll fly to Oregon and be touching down. And her family's going to meet up with her. She's going to go and spend about a week with her family. So at about 9 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning, my time, Central U.S. time, Princess Fhaie will be going into Lambert Airport and taking off. So at about 7 o'clock that morning, well, a little bit before 7 o'clock, we're going to be, jumping into Project Lena. We're going to cruise up to the St. Louis area, and then Princess Fhaie will be taking off. Yes, Galaxy. Everyone wanted to see you, not your cat butt though. Here. So that's kind of what's going on there. While she will be away, Prince Magnum will not be playing necessarily, but he's going to be busy, very, very busy here. Um, Let me make sure that. Yep, there we go. Yeah, it was a huge stream yesterday. Yeah, cat butt. I love it. Um, so the first thing that we need to talk about right out of the gate is the course of the next couple of days. Now, after this particular stream, I got basically I'm going to be making up like a nice, basically setting up a nice breakfast for Princess Fhaie for tomorrow morning, or sometime tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll be setting up a nice meal for her. Then in the process of tomorrow, I have to get up bright and early. I have to go over to this junkyard and pick up a part for Project Spirit, the cross member for the new transmission. Um, that cross member is important because it supports the tail shaft of the transmission. Without it, the transmission won't sit level, which they all kind of sit at an angle anyways, but sit where it's supposed to sit. And Ford has this nasty habit that they basically, in a nutshell, will install parts that don't interchange with certain other parts. Like with GMs, you can use the same cross member, on a vehicle for the different transmissions. So if you were going like we're doing, say in like a Camaro, if you were going from a manual transmission to an automatic, or an automatic transmission to a manual, it doesn't matter. And you can even go between different types of automatics, different types of manual transmissions. That transmission will mount up to that cross member and also bolt to the same engine. Ford doesn't do that. I don't know why they don't do that. That would make sense. It would make a lot of sense, but they don't do that. So like where on a Chevy small block, and a lot of the 6 cylinders, they're all internally balanced. There's only one that isn't internally balanced, and that's the small block 400. You can use so it's the only odd bird. It's externally balanced, but all the other ones you can mount. You can use the same flywheel or flex plate. It does not matter. You can use that same one all day long on all the different various small block. Ford doesn't do that. They make it a little bit more complicated. So for the transmission swap, everything else is already over at Torque Diesel and Auto. And for those that are not familiar, our friends at Torque Diesel and Auto are the ones that, if it's a pretty big project and I really don't have the space for it, they basically handle that extra work. Now, it does cost me, but usually they're extremely fair on their prices anyways. So big special shout out to the people over at Torque Diesel and Auto who will be taking care of Project Spirit. And Project Spirit, during the vacation, we'll be going over on a Tuesday. Hopefully she should be back by the following Tuesday, hopefully. Now, that's if they don't run into any problems. If they run into any problems, that's when it's going to get to be a pain in the neck. But I think I've pretty well covered all my bases there. The only thing I should have to worry about is getting that cross member. I might have to replace the transmission mount that goes to the cross member. Basically, it's just a little block that bolts to the cross member and hooks onto the transmission. That's it. That's what it does. And then the only thing they were really possibly worried about is maybe the drive shaft won't fit the same. I'm like, it should. I don't see why it wouldn't. They're like, no, it should, but every once in a while you run into that little snag. I say, well, we'll cross that bridge soon enough. So Project Spirit's parts are All of them, including the transmission. We had fun loading that son of a gun up. We loaded up the transmission. What's going on, Blucky? It's just update time. We're getting caught up to speed on everything with Project Spirit, Project Lena, the vacation, the next couple of days, where Princess Fhaie is going to be, what I'm going to be doing, blah, 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 blah. Lots of stuff. And if you missed yesterday's live stream, it was ginormous. And I'm hoping sometime this next week we have another one just like that. Yeah, Project Spirit's going in for a different transmission. Okay, there's nothing really wrong per se with the old, with the one that's in there now, except for one problem. Project Spirit, being a manual, being a manual car, there is some issues. Number one, it's a 3-speed manual, and that's a thing of the past. A lot of that stuff went away years ago. As a matter of fact, when I called to get, when it came time for the shifter that went into Project Spirit for that manual transmission, this is not a joke, folks. I was actually a little out of touch with doing what I was doing. I went in to Napa Auto Parts. It is kind of tough at times. What happened was I went into Napa Auto Parts, laid a 50 on the counter and said, I need a shifter. Right. Well, we're talking about that. I went in and I laid a 50 on the counter, said I need a shifter for a 3-speed manual transmission. And they looked at the 50 and then looked at me and they said, you're about 10 years late on doing something like you're doing right now. It used to be in the old days, you would go in, lay a $50 bill down on the counter. They would, and tell them, what's going on? Fear the pack. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a minute. It's good to see you, buddy. But yeah, I mean, they're like, so in the old days, when I was a younger hot rodder than I am now, a lot younger, you used to be able to go into an auto parts place like Napa or AutoZone or somewhere like that, and you would lay a 50 on the counter and say, I need a shifter for a 3-speed manual transmission. They would usually go in the back and get either a Mr. Gaskets or a B&M shifter with the linkage. Been busy. We're actually getting caught up to speed because there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff that's going to happen in the next few days. Actually for about a little over a week. And then we're even going to talk beyond this coming week. So we're kind of getting caught up to speed right now. I'm getting ready to go on vacation and my wife's going to be out of town. So there's going to be a lot of stuff happening in that regard. So now that I've said all of that, the next thing that I need to talk about is the fact that, times have changed. So when I ordered that shifter, my mother-in-law gave me the money to buy it and to buy that shifter. And I kind of feel bad taking it out now, but it's one of those things. So that shifter, the manual transmission has to go away because we're talking, this is old school stuff. We're talking very old stuff here. As a matter of fact, we did replace the transmission about 3 years ago, the whole video we did on it. And that transmission, believe it or not, the one that's in Project Spirit now is out of a 1967 Mustang. So the transmission's actually older than the car. It was bolted to a 206 cylinder. So if you like the Mustang from the movie Bullet with James McQueen, or Steve McQueen, Steve McQueen, the movie Bullet, if you like that Mustang, the transmission that's in Project Spirit is out of a car like that. Exactly, pretty much that is the year. So now that I've said that, the other problem is that you can hear him over at the drag strip tonight. The other problem is that time has marched on. People don't. Yeah, a lot of people do like that Mustang. Good looking car. A lot of people today do not realize that driving stick isn't what it once was. People today, will ride your bumper. And if you drive a manual transmission, and a lot of you might know this if you drive stick, the problem is that you get what is known as rollback. Okay. And that's basically where when you let out on the clutch and you go to push in the gas to take off in first gear, or if you've got a deep enough gear, second gear, if your first gear is that deep, when you go to take off, you're going to get that little bit of rollback on your car, especially if you're on a hill. You're going to get that moment where it kind of, travels down the hill a little bit because it's not fully, you haven't engaged the clutch. So what happens is that because people today don't drive sensibly, they'll get right up on your bumper. So even a few inches of rollback and you could tap somebody's front bumper. It's tailgating, and that is illegal here in Missouri, but they don't enforce that law. They really don't. And honestly, if they did actually enforce that law here in Missouri, what would actually happen is if they did actually enforce that law, the courtrooms would be completely full because people can't drive today. And to give you an idea, the last I heard, Missouri, this has been a while ago. I'll have to update my statistics on this, but I had heard at one point Missouri was like one in the top 10 for the worst drivers in the United States, if that's any indication. So because of this problem, Project Spirit has to go away from the automatic go from a manual to an automatic, just because of safety concerns. Well, they are and they aren't. We are going to lose a significant amount of gas mileage at a certain point. Had a cup of coffee waiting on me. Galaxy. Here, hang on. Look at that cute face. So that should give you an idea. The other thing is Princess Fhaie is going to have to start using Project Spirit a little bit more. She knows how to drive stick, but she's not 100% comfortable with it. It's one of those things. Princess Fhaie is not the tallest person in the world. She's actually Princess Fhaie is about 5 foot. Okay, and being that short, where the stick shift is on the floor for Project Spirit, you can only move the front seats so far. So she has a hard time getting the clutch pedal all the way to the floor, and we have that adjusted pretty doggone tight. So the problem is that imagine for just a moment, get your tail out of my face, out of my face. The problem with that is that imagine for just a moment trying to get your, being that, that you can't get it, it's just not possible. It's not possible for Princess Fhaie. Now, why is it important that Princess Fhaie be able to drive Project Spirit? Well, the reason being is Princess Fhaie is going to be Project Lena is going to start seeing some shop time. She's going to be going in and out. Oh yeah, what's going on, Jamie? Welcome to live. We're getting caught up to speed on what's going to be happening during the vacation, up to and through the vacation, and beyond that. You definitely want to stick around because we're going to be making some Sonny's announcements that we've all been talking about, kind of getting everyone caught up to speed on that. Galaxy. Go on. So now that we have kind of covered that, now that we've covered that, the other thing that we also have to kind of talk about is the fact that Project Lena is going to be in and out of the shop here soon. And because she's going to be going in and out of the shop, getting things taken care of, like a new catalytic converter, we're probably going to be looking at some mild performance mufflers, and she's also going to need, I want her transmission kind of gone through, checked out, and maybe even look at some little bitty things like that. So because we're going to be looking at little piddly stuff that it's, even she even needs new front brakes. And whenever you do brakes on a car like that, you definitely should consider doing, you know, um, the rotors, anything that's connected to it. I might even go so far as to replace the brake calipers. And this car needs them both front and rear. They're getting that bad. And we did replace the ones on the rear, but the problem with it is that on the rear, we didn't do the rotors. So, and they've got enough of a groove in it that I would feel more comfortable if we went ahead and just replaced everything. New brake pads, new rotors. And I'll tell you, I don't normally, unless you're just tight on cash and you can get away with it, I normally do not recommend turning rotors. I usually say just go right on ahead and replace them. You're better off that way. So Project Lena is going to be going in and out of the shop. And the reason being that she's going to be cycling in and out of the shop is because sometime next year, probably towards later next year, Princess Fhaie and I are talking about moving away from Missouri, getting away from the communist state of Missouri, and going back to her home state of Oregon. And of course, we'll be relocating the Prince Magnum channel and everything else. And, going cross country that far just doesn't make any sense to me if both cars are not in tip top performance. Along with that, we're even going to be looking at Project Spirit getting a V8 swap. And there will be a whole video talking about looking at that V8 swap. So there's going to be a lot of that information that's going to be available as we progress. Now that I've said all of that, so tomorrow is picking up the last part that I truly, absolutely have to have for Project Spirit. The next thing that's going to be happening is basically tonight I'm going to start, making, um, you know, right. Hmm. Remember what I said? I don't get trolls. I get stalkers. So along with that, tomorrow it'll be picking up project. You know what? I'm gonna just do it like this. There we go. All righty. What's going on, Mikey G? You're just in time. So along with tomorrow, I have to pick up that new part. Tonight, I'm going to actually be making kind of what's going to be turned into a meal tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to live stream it. We might, probably not. More than likely, what's going to be involved with tomorrow, um, as kind of like one of the last few things that we're going to be doing. Princess Fhaie and I are going to probably tomorrow. We're probably going to try to squeeze in a cinnamon live stream. So I know a lot of you are going to be looking forward to a cinnamon live stream. I know a lot of you enjoy. You know, thank you, Mikey G. Appreciate it. Uh, so tomorrow we're going to try to squeeze that in because tomorrow's Princess Phase, she's going to be off. Then going into Sunday, we're going to break out some of the tools that we refurbished here on the channel. Right. So we're going to be picking we're going to be grabbing some of the tools that we've refurbished, like the axe that we did in some of the most recent previous streams. We're going to be grabbing that, the handsaw, and basically Sunday. A lot of it is going to be cutting up and kind of cutting up and making firewood. We're going to take an old charcoal grill that I got to find a new grate for. And we're going to basically make a little bonfire, well, a little campfire sort of thing out of that thing. And you all are welcome to join us in that live stream. And we're just going to chill out and enjoy a nice little campfire. more or less. And it's kind of like, Princess Fhaie is the last night before she goes to visit her family. Going into Monday, it's going to be a lot of this next week. When I'm not going to be live, I'm going to be working on content. There's going to be a lot of focus on making actual content for the channel, actual uploadable videos. Normally, one of the things that I actually will be doing here on the Prince Magnum channel, there's a thing that I'd normally do, and a lot of people are not familiar with it, is, hang on here. Okay, there we go. I like to have uploadable content. How much uploadable content do I like to have? I like to have at least a month's worth, right? I like to have at least a month's worth of content where I can actually so if something should happen, I can't go live or anything like that. We're going to be, I like to have at least enough content that I can load a video for at least, like around 2 weeks, where there's 2 videos a week, if something should happen that I can't live stream. Really? So a lot of next week is going to be spent actually making videos, something that I don't get to do enough of. A lot of times, I was having problems with the other computer. I've got enough right now to make 3 videos, and I'm already working on some of it now. So in this next week, there's going to be a lot of filming, a lot of recording, and I've even been having problems with the actual, with actually getting videos stuff transferred from the old computer. It's been a nightmare, but hopefully by the end of my vacation, I'll have close to around about a week to at least a week and a half's worth of content. So that way on Tuesdays, it's not just dead, it'll actually be uploadable content. I knew it. Hang on a second here. My chat, again, is not responding properly. There we go. So if you've been wondering, I like to have a lot of content, and now I have to use 2 editors to do the job of what one editor used to do, one editing program, and it's been a nightmare there as well. Thankfully, I set it up where all I got to do is click, 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 and it's ready to go again. So currently, right now, I'm working on a Fortnite compilation for you all. I know you guys are going to... Galaxy, come on. Yeah. Along with that, a lot of next week is going to be focused on surviving romance. What am I doing while Princess Fhaie is away? There's also going to be some time with Project Lena. There's going to be some tune-up work that we're going to be doing to Project Lena to make her run better. So for those of you, you went live today? I'm sorry I missed it. I've been busy today. I'm sorry, Mikey G. I'll have to watch the playback for you. So a lot of today is going, like tonight, it's just the update, but tomorrow, it's, cinnamon, hopefully, as long as Princess Fhaie is cool. And then of course, there's going to be some stuff that's not going to change, but we're going to try to stay as active as possible during my vacation. Some things that I've just been meaning to get to. Like I said, extra work on Project Lena, definitely on the chopping block. We got to get that done. Oh, my little sister, she's been in and out of the channel. Oh, all right, all right. Also, some of the things that we're going to be working on this next week, I will be going on to Fortnite, and you all, those of you who do play Fortnite, if you want, you now have the opportunity this coming week to get your time with Cinnamon, a try not to laugh challenge on Fortnite with Cinnamon. So we're going to be recording that as well and getting that ready to go. So that's going to be some of the things that's actually going to be happening this week. Going to be an exciting time, I promise. So part of also tonight is going to be setting up that whole thing where it's going to be basically all I got to do is just go in, boom, 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 and it's going to be quick edits. Yeah, it's going to be fast paced. Uh, yeah, I know I work too hard. And let me say something right now. Again, a little buffering here and there, but we expect that. Let me say right now, hi, honey. Hi, honey. I love you. I love you. Um, yeah, there's a Fortnite compilation. I've got enough for a really awesome video. I think you guys are going to like it. That is going to be some of the content that's going to be released at a later date. We'll get to that in a minute. So it's going to be a lot of focus on what I'm going to be doing while Princess Fhaie is away, kind of preparing for her when she gets home. So basically, when she hops the flight to come home, she's going to come home to a very nice, a nice surprise, maybe some different foods that maybe she's never had before, some exciting stuff that we'll be trying together, things like that. And I enjoy stuff like that. And I know she's in here, and it's going to be a big surprise. She'll have to wait until, just like the rest of you, to figure out what I'm up to. That is evil, isn't it? I know she doesn't like surprises, so I'm going to be evil and surprise her. So it's going to be an exciting time as far as that goes. And we will be going live at our regular time throughout the week, except for Tuesday. That's Tuesday Night Madness. And I'm going to be over on Ian's channel. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be a lot of fun. And since I'm on vacation, I can stay playing as long as he feels like streaming. So I can keep rocking and rolling for a heck of a stretch that way. And he needs some watch time. I might even try to talk him into doing might even try to, if I could get my OBS to work with me, I might even try a marathon stream of Fortnite. That might be fun. So that's just give you an idea of what we're looking at this next week. We are going to stay busy. We're going to stay active. It's going to be an exciting time for every last one of you, I hope. But the Wednesday Night Raiders, still on. Thursday Night Sober Talk, still on. Yes, I have a total of 6 days off from work starting Monday. I do not have to go. I'm on vacation for 6 days straight, maybe 7 if the boss decides. And let me tell you all, I had something weird happen to me a couple of days ago. The new schedule was coming out, and I was talking with my backup maintenance guy, who's also a manager in the same store. He's doing double duty, and I taught him maintenance. Fantastic guy. He's really good. Oh, thank you, Blucky. Appreciate that. So we were talking, and my store manager, Jen, she turns around and says, you're going to be, Dr. Death, you're going to be, if y'all remember Dr. Death, he's actually made a couple of appearances here on the Prince Magnum channel some time back, long time back. If you guys can find the video, let's see you guys put it in the comments section of this one, okay? But Dr. Death, she was telling him that you're going to be working for a good stretch. And he's like, I said, well, it's only 5 days. He's going to be covering me. No, he's going to cover you a little bit longer than that, Prince Magnum. Why, Jen? Why? I said, I only need, 5. And she said, no, you're taking a real vacation. I don't want to see you back here until it's done. Okay? I'm sick and tired of you working yourself to death in this store. We will be fine for those 6 days. I can't believe I just said that. And I mean, I'm like, But I really, and she said, no, you don't get to argue with me. You are taking a vacation. I do not want to see you back until your vacation is done. No one is allowed to call you. You are not on call. We will figure it out if the building starts falling down around our ears. End of discussion. It's final. I don't want to hear any more out of you. And I just kind of stood there. I said, well, there's a first for me. I tease Jen a lot, and she really goes out of her way to take good care of me these days. And we've had our moments where we didn't get along so well, but then, we always seem to kind of get find that common ground once again. Well, she's like everybody else, has her moments, but she is pretty good. There's some things I could tell you she's phenomenal at, hands down, bar none. So she really went out of her way to make sure that I got time off. Now I did insist that Sunday I work, but I only work from 4 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock towards the afternoon hours. So I'll be there at work for a little while, taking care of things, kind of setting it up for the vacation and everything like that. So that'll be handled. Now that I've said that, so I will have lots of time to get a lot done. Again, work on Project Lena. We will live stream that. Work around the apartment. Might live stream some of that. But we are definitely going to be live streaming things that we're going to be doing to kind of prepare for Princess Fhaie's homecoming. Actually, they want to get rid of me for that time because they're still kind of worried about. Yeah, it just seems a little weird to me, Mike. It really does. It seems a little weird to me because I looked right at the boss. Yeah, it's one of those things that she more or less just kind of in a roundabout way said that, look, you've put in an awful lot of time in this store. You worked very hard. You need this time. She's like, I want you coming back to us, healthy, wholehearted, and be your usual self because they could see that I'm wore out. I need some time away. They could see it. And they're like, you need to get away for a little while. We'll see you when you get back. We love you to pieces, Prince Magnum, but you got to get some time. Go take care of you, is how they put it. So this is a chance to kind of get things caught up here at home. And now some of you might be asking the question, why am I not going with Princess Fhaie? I'll say it right now. There's no one here to take care of our cats. Like little Zelda, there's no one here to take care of her. Okay? So we got to take a look at it in that regard. So gotta take care of things, So while Princess Fhaie is away, Prince Magnum's still going to be working. Now that I've said that, yeah, they really do care about my well-being. Now that I've said all of that, again, we're going to stay busy. We're going to stay active. We might even get some time in with the bicycle project. Now, along with all of that, when Princess Fhaie comes back, I'll be off that day, and hopefully Project Spirit will be ready for her homecoming on Tuesday, but we will not be streaming if it goes according to plan. But nothing ever goes according to plan here on the Prince Magnum channel, so let's just assume she'll be gone for about a week and a half to almost 2 weeks. So let's just go ahead and assume that now, because nothing ever goes according to plan. Now, the next step in this particular game. Oh, she's an amazing. I've seen her at work. That woman, my wife works hard. She's a good woman. That's why I married her. She's a good woman. So now that we've covered that, now let's talk about beyond this coming week. Real quick. Next week, there won't be a Cinnamon live stream, I'm afraid. Princess Fhaie is my makeup artist, and I cannot do my own makeup, so that just kind of puts a halt to it. Okay. So I will not be able to live stream Cinnamon next week, but we'll be working on Cinnamon content. Okay. So you guys are still getting what you want. Lots of off the chain content. Now that takes us into the following. That'll take us into like the next week. Okay. Um, at a certain point beyond next week, actually, I'm going to take about 3 to 4 days away from YouTube. Okay. But in that time frame, we're going to use some of that content that I'll be working on and loading that. Exactly. So we're going to be using some of that content so I can take a little extra time away from YouTube, and we're going to use that content that I'll be working on between now and the end of next week. So that'll leave me around about, I'm figuring a little bit of time. Easy to apply. Yeah, I could do that, but nah, it just won't work. But that'll also give me some time to start structuring a more, to kind of work on content. We need that time to work on content, and it'll also give me a chance to touch base with Spaz Baby, so I can start looking at that. Because that's something that I'm going to kind of push is I really need to get in touch with her and start laying out the groundwork so we could do the two podcasts in that, for Spaz Baby to kind of support the channel and get the content out. So these are all things that are on the plate. I've got that crossover. I got to get some content ready to send over to Harold because we're also getting close to that time where it's going to be a loaded video, and it's going to be a video on it's going to be a live stream when Project Spirit hits 300,000 miles on her odometer. Now, I also need to tell you that once that happens, which we're already starting now, we're going to start looking at a V8 swap. Now, or maybe even rebuilding the old engine, which that's really not necessarily on the plate, but it could end up being on the plate still. So, in a nutshell, I have a grand total of about 4 different engine options for Project Spirit after that 300,000 mile marker. We'll talk about that at a later date, but 3 of those engine options are V8s, okay? Right out of the gate, I'm going to say that. All right, Mike G, you go rest up, buddy. So now that I've kind of crossed over into that area, the next thing that I need to talk about is going into, we're getting very close to having the money-making stuff turned on here on the Prince Magnum channel. So you guys will be able to donate. You'll be able to do all sorts of stuff, and it'll go directly into the PayPal and all that other stuff. We are very close to that. How close are we? I kid you not. We are under 1,000 hours to go. Now, for those that are not familiar, I am a member of a group that operates here on YouTube and on Facebook called the Sunnies. Now, if you're not, and I know Sean and Queen Bee are familiar with the Sunnies. Princess Fhaie is also familiar with the Sunnies. I wouldn't do anything without her knowing, unless it's a surprise. Now that I've said that, okay, the Sunnies are going to be doing like a week where they're going to be running some of my playlists, and so I can start kind of putting that money back into the channel. Along with that, we also talked about sometime this next year around May, depending on how the pandemic goes, but sometime this next year, the Sunnies are going to be getting together, doing kind of like a convention sort of thing, all the way down in Florida. Actually, we'll talk about that later. But Lucky, you just brought up something about the V8s that is kind of an erroneous thought. And we'll talk about that later. Remind me in the comments to start working on that video, if you would. Remind me in the comments to start working on that video. Sean, you really should become a Sunny. We could use you. Even if you're not putting up videos or anything, we could definitely use you. So we're talking about doing that, and there's going to be like collabs during this time. Oh, yeah, I figured you might know some of the Sunnies. There's going to be some collab stuff that's going to be happening at that time. I'll be working with Jamie and Miss Kelly, Coffee Queen, Miss Kelly, Coffee Queen, um, uh, another friend of ours, Midnight Cool, Putt Putt King, just several of the other Sunnies I will have the opportunity to work with. You was in the Sunnies? Really? Wow. So there's going to be a lot of collab stuff that's definitely going to be happening this next year at that convention. It's probably going to be a 2 to 3 day convention that we're looking at this next year. Which that's one of the reasons why we have to start planning that now. Yeah, I seen that you put it up. I seen that you put it up there, Jam and John. Yeah, you've been making all sorts of music lately. That's pretty cool. Um, there's so we've already so we're already taking a look at that. Galaxy, you're driving me crazy, sweetie. Don't argue. I'm gonna have to take a look at it. I haven't had a chance. I've been pretty busy lately. Again, um, so we're looking at this next year, um, getting together, doing a collab with the Sunnies and getting involved and kind of building. That's what's up. We won't be able to do it right now. Yeah, yeah. Send me a link so I can put that up and attach it to a playlist or something. Well, good. I know you've been working hard. I know you work hard. So there's, like I said, there's going to be the collab next year with Sunnies. We may even be live streaming some of what's going on. Galaxy, you are really driving me nuts, sweetie. You're a sweetheart, but you're driving me up a wall. Why don't you go play? There you go. Um, so there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be happening this next year. I've already begun. Thank you so much, Blucky. So we're going to definitely be looking. There you go. That's awesome, man. So definitely, gosh dang it, Galaxy. You're driving me crazy. What do you want? Oh no, you good. You good, brother. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be happening this going into next year. Like I said, we are very close to having the money making stuff turned back on. I'm excited about that I haven't had the opportunity to work with. So just kind of heads up, there's going to be a lot that's going to be happening. Again, I'm going on vacation starting Monday, so expect to see me live quite a bit, as much as I can. And in between times that I'm not live, if I'm not resting or, I will be working on new content. But we are also looking at uploaded content that I have just been needing to do. Galaxy, I'm going to go outside. You're driving me nuts. You can have the table. So that is definitely on the list. Hi, honey. I didn't expect you home quite just yet. Kiss, kiss. So that is kind of what's going to be happening there. So lots of stuff, lots of excitement. Just kind of a heads up. So Again, if you're just now getting caught up to speed, let me say right now, if you're kind of just making your way in, uh, first thing, smash the like button. Make sure YouTube knows we are a force to be reckoned with here on the channel. That this channel is going somewhere. Where? Only the stars know, if you will. And I'm talking about the ones up there, not the ones that we create. I'm talking about the ones up there. Only those stars know. Um, Also, you know, again, the next couple days, going to be some different content, some DIY content. And then next week, when I'm not live, I'm going to be definitely working on content, getting things squared away for the channel. We're going to be adding to some, just making and creating brand new content that you guys have not had a chance to see. You guys are going to see some really neat stuff. So, now that I've said all of that, again, we are at some point after my vacation from work, we're also going to be looking at. Thank you, Jammin' John, Mr. Sketch Scars himself here in the live stream. Let me tell you all that Jammin' John, as we all know him here on the Prince Magnum channel, he gets his own special name here on the Prince Magnum channel. Sketch Scars basically gets his own special name here on the Prince Magnum channel. We know him as Jammin' John. And when we raided his channel last, y'all got to see why we call him Jammin' John. You watched him jam out on a guitar, doing these awesome guitar riffs, and that was something something to see. So not only does he live stream games and help support other channels and things like that, but an amazing musician, and now into making and creating his own rap music. So how interesting is that? And this is the same guy that showed me showed and helped me lay some of the groundwork to get me where I'm at now. So now that I've said that, that's a lot to take in, I know, for a lot of you. What's going on, Ace? Welcome to the live stream, my friend. Again, if you are fairly new to the Prince Magnum channel, again, there you go. I like that. So again, let's cover our bases. The next 2 days is going to be kind of a weird, we're going to squeeze in what we can squeeze in the next couple of days. Then, Princess Fhaie will be hopping a plane Monday and going home to visit family for a little while. So she'll be going away for a week with family, spending time with them. During that week, the Prince Magnum channel will be in high gear to get ready for Princess Fhaie's homecoming and spending time with my lovely wife. Yes, my dear. Do you want me to move my butt?
No, you're fine. I just want the lighter.
Oh. There you go, dear. So we'll be in the channel making and creating some different dishes. We'll be working around the clock, getting the apartment straightened out for Princess Fhaie's homecoming.
Just don't forget, you promised to take at least a couple of days off to rest on your own.
Right, well, I've already got all my itinerary figured out.
Okay.
Okay?
As long as you get some you time too.
Mm-hmm. Might even have a chance to get back onto the bicycle project and touch up a couple spots, and we're going to keep it busy. Okay? So, again, looking all the way into next year, we are going to be staying busy, but there is going to be a point in time when we will be slowing down. We're going to take some time, and we're going to get away from doing just the usual grind that we have for about 3 to 4 days. And in that time frame, we'll be uploading content. And then whatever I have left over, I'm going to kind of hold back a little bit, and kind of release it as we need it. Okay, so basically, if there's a reason why I can't go live at a usual time, I'll put a post up on the community, on the the community tab, and then why I won't be live, and then you'll get an uploaded video instead. So we'll still make our watch time. Again, we're under 1,000 hours to go. We're actually, by the end of this stream, I imagine we will be right around 1,000, 3,100 watch hours. We'll be very close to that by the end of this stream. Again, yesterday, if you missed yesterday's Sober Talk live stream, that was like huge. But YouTube did some weird purge where we were at 43 likes. When I looked, it was at like 16. I'm like, where the heck did all those likes go? And where did my watch time go? So I'm going to have to probably send them an email asking what the flip, because that was huge. That was a huge video we did yesterday. It was exciting. It was fun. It was straight up just absolutely amazing. Video, it was a live stream. So that's kind of where we went with it. So now again, tomorrow, if Princess Fhaie gives the okay, we're going to squeeze in a cinnamon live stream. And then Sunday evening, we're going to be doing that little, kind of like a little fire pit. And you guys will get to see us use some of the tools for that we refurbished here on the channel. And along with that, we're also probably going to, we're just going to, make a little fire, and we're just going to sit and chill, which will be kind of fun. And that'll be Princess Phaie's her last day here before she goes home and visits family. So now that I kind of covered that, like I said, I've got 3 videos already in the making. And we'll also be having a Fortnite compilation that I'm almost done with. Basically, I've been busy, very busy. It's going to be an exciting time. So, does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. Like I said, next year, we're also looking at that Sonny's convention, and there will be collabs and live streams that will come from that time between now and next year. Along with that, I'm already starting to prepare for next year's wedding. We didn't get to do what we normally do this year due to the pandemic, because I have also kind of placed myself on self-quarantine for the most part. I don't like to go out anyways. I like to just stay home, work, do what I do. I go out when I have to. So that's kind of the whole ordeal there. So now that we've covered all, there will not be a cinnamon live stream. Princess Fhaie is the one that really has the key to making cinnamon happen. But in that time frame, we'll be working on uploadable cinnamon content. So there will definitely be that. I've needed like a week where I could sit down and finish the restructure. And again, talking about beyond next week, much further on, the last of the year, this series, In Your Face, will go away. It will no longer be a thing here on the Prince Magnum channel. All of the old videos, some of them were actually where a certain YouTuber that I used to work with that had his original channel deleted because he beat a cat on camera. We'll leave it at that. Those videos will be going away. So we're going back in, we're jumping in the Prince Magnum channel way back machine, and we're traveling back and getting rid of some of those old videos. Those will be going away. So we're definitely going to be cleaning up, straightening out the channel, making it a much, much more solid channel than we could imagine, and basically setting us up so we have uploadable content for a time that I'm not going to be live streaming, because I do need to take a little bit of time to I want to take some time with Princess Fhaie. I want to enjoy some time with her and kind of, get away. And well, welcome back, Breaky. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. You were in here yesterday. That was a big stream yesterday. I've never had a stream like that. That was huge. That was huge. Thank you for being here yesterday and hearing my story, some of my story of sobriety. So again, next week, Thursday night sober talk does not ever go away. I will not take that, stop doing that. That has been a tradition here now on the channel for a good little while now. Along with that, Wednesday night Raiders is definitely on. So if you're not familiar with the oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Yeah, just kind of a. You came out of a. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm glad if I said anything that helped you. That's all the better. That's all the better. So, tomorrow again, if Princess Fhaie gives you a. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. The pleasure is really, pleasure is really all mine to know that if I said something that helped somebody through a tough spot, believe me, it means the world to me. But oh,
It went out.
it went out. I'm sorry, babe. So again, tomorrow we're going to try to squeeze in a Cinnamon live stream. If you're not familiar with Cinnamon, Cinnamon is a character that's been created here on the channel. It's kind of like I wouldn't even say it's an alter ego. It was just it started off as a joke, and now people enjoy it. Basically, it's where my wife, who's an amazing artist in so many different ways you could not imagine, but she does an amazing makeup art. So she's going to do me up to look basically like a woman, and then I will act out this character that we know is Cinnamon, and I'll be answering some of your questions that's in the Discord, in the Ask Cinnamon section. So if you do not have the Discord for the Prince Magnum channel and you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description box below. Grab that link. I don't think I could pull it off.
Well, I don't have any, but I could get you one. She's right. He's right. They are real easy.
No, it is a thought.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk. Yeah. So there will be so tomorrow will be. It's going to be not so much. When I got asked to do the Cinnamon character and initially there was almost like a movement on the channel that it kind of was. There was like this hashtag Cinnamon for her own channel. And I'm like, guys, I really can't, I can't really expand it to another channel. It's just not feasible. But why not give Cinnamon her own spot here on the channel? So next week we won't be able to do a Cinnamon live stream, it looks like, but that doesn't mean that somewhere in there, we're not going to be working on uploadable Cinnamon content. So that will be on the plate. Ah, what? What? That's I'm
Don't look at me.
okay. So it's one of those things that, we're definitely going to stay pretty busy. Okay. We're definitely going to be busy for the next for this week, but I will be taking some time to myself, kind of relaxing. We're just, we're going to spend time making things happen here on the channel. So, again, tomorrow I definitely, at the same time we normally go live. Welcome, Platinum Card Breaks. Well, how you doing? We're just getting caught up to speed. Basically what's yet to come the next couple days and into the next week. It's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be an exciting time. So just kind of a heads up, we're going to be very, very busy. Without a question, we're going to be very busy this next week. But in that time frame, I will also be relaxing and taking some time to myself and kind of chilling out and getting things, just taking time to kind of decompress too, because I need that time to decompress. So, again, if you've not smashed the like button, be sure to do so at this time and let YouTube know that the Prince Magnum channel is a force to be reckoned with. So we are definitely on the move. Let's see. So along with the Cinnamon live stream tomorrow and a little fire pit that we're definitely going to have to do Sunday, which we may kind of watch for the community post. Have your notifications turned on for the channel, but keep your eye out for the community post. We may have to go live a little sooner than usual. Remember we talked about doing the little fire pit? Yeah, you're with me now.
Yeah, but why sooner?
To make sure that we have enough firewood to keep it going for a little while. You know. And we will be using some of the tools that we have refurbished here on the Prince Magnum channel, because the Prince Magnum channel is primarily a DIY channel. As a matter of fact, sitting right over here, if you're fairly new to the channel, let me really get you caught up to speed. The project cars. Project Spirit, Project Lena. Those two cars are the project cars here on the Prince Magnum channel. A 1975 Ford Maverick and a 2003 Pontiac Grand Am GT. So, Project Spirit will be going away from... Right? Oh, you like that, Bitsy B? That's awesome. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. So it's definitely going to be an exciting time. So during next week, we're going to be live streaming Project Lena. Project Spirit's going to be in the shop getting a different transmission. Welcome back, Sean. Missed you, buddy. We're already looking well into next year already here on the channel. And again, if you're fairly new to the channel, heads up, we're about ready to have the monetization turned back on. Yes, at one time, the Prince Magnum channel was fully monetized. I got hit during the adpocalypse. Kind of pissed me off, let me tell you. And if you were with us in yesterday's... Welcome, Matt. Hey, what's going on? My goodness, so many wonderful people coming into the live. Thank you so much. My goodness. Kevin Myers, where you been, buddy? Missed you. Been missing you. So we are definitely on the move. Oh, my pleasure. You were in the live yesterday? My goodness. So many wonderful people. Again, if you enjoyed Sober Talk yesterday, we do that every Thursday at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. So if you would like to join us every day, join us in that particular live stream, mark that on your calendar. Expect that we go live at 7 o'clock. This next week, it will be no different. And if you'd like to help support the YouTube community, the content creators, we do raid streams every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Central Standard. So we're going to be staying very, very active this coming week. As in between time that I'm not resting or working on uploadable videos. Now, we also need to briefly talk about TikTok. Currently right now, it's up in the air, but the Prince Magnum channel is also looking to expand into TikTok. I've got, if you're not familiar and you would like to see what content's going to end up on TikTok, it's already here on YouTube. There's a particular playlist called Aircraft Remover, and literally Aircraft Remover is, it's actually a product that anybody can buy. And let me show you what I mean. It's literally a product that we've even used it on Project Spirit. And I'm going to explain, actually I'll grab, yeah, this is the can that's used in all the videos. But Aircraft Remover is a comedy series that I started here on the channel. Usually, most of the videos are not more than 20 seconds long. Definitely perfect. And the way that it works is there is an actual product known as aircraft remover, and let me show it to you real quick. They changed the can and how the label looks, but this is just before they changed the label and everything. But Rust-Oleum makes this particular product. Calm down, everybody who's familiar with aircraft remover. The cap is on. We're safe. But basically, when I was looking at it, my 80s childlike mind kicked in. And I started, I'm like, aircraft remover. And I got this idea in my head. And basically, I did like this little clip where I have the cap off and I say, I point at the can and go, aircraft remover. And then I act like I spray it up in the air. And then the next thing it does, it cuts away and a helicopter explodes. That was the original clip. Well, then everyone really liked it, and I made another one, and it was the Enterprise, the original Enterprise from Star Trek exploding from the Star Trek original series movies. So that one, it showed that one. Then I went into Galaxy down, and it just kind of kept going from there. Made several aircraft removers. I think the last I looked, we're up to like 16. And, so there's a lot of aircraft removers. So there you go. That's what's up. Support that community. So if you've never seen aircraft remover, you definitely want to see it. There you go. That's awesome of you, Kevin. So that's so cool. So, give that little nephew of yours a hug for me, if you would. So, aircraft remover, that's a very popular series here on the channel, and I'm definitely going to be. We're going to take aircraft remover and some of the actual short clips of Project Spirit into TikTok, because a lot of people feel that it would definitely get a lot of attention. And you have like 15 seconds to 45 seconds to create this really awesome video clip. And I thought it would be a great opportunity while TikTok is still around, because there's talk about it being banned here in the United States. There's been talk about, that, and I figured it'd be a great opportunity in the meantime to go ahead and advertise the channel that way. And with the new editing system that I have, it would be an easy way to get people to, when TikTok closes its doors, if that happens, it would be an easy way for to kind of get people if that happens. Hopefully it doesn't, but if it does happen, and the people from TikTok need something to kind of watch, they can come over to YouTube, and they'll already know about the Prince Magnum channel, and be a great way to support the channel. So that's what we're looking at. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The aircraft remover series is perfect for it. Maybe one or two of them I might have to make a few adjustments, but other than that, it would definitely aircraft remover would definitely be a perfect series for it. And then like little burnouts of Project Spirit, it's just stuff like that would definitely fit well into TikTok. A lot of people would have been, they're like, you definitely should consider it. So there is that. So that pretty well covers a lot of ground, a lot of ground. So if you all have been wondering about that, while there's still TikTok around, I'm going to take advantage of it and see if I can't use it to advertise the channel. Oh yeah, aircraft remover is like hilarious. And it's like it's like some of the videos now are like, doing like really well. They're still going. So if you're not familiar with aircraft remover, definitely get over there and see that playlist. Okay. It's definitely worth your time. Um, people love it. They love it. It's a lot of fun. And, as a matter of fact, one of the last ones I did was kind of a variation of the original. And it was basically a clip of Arnold Schwarzenegger screaming out, "Get to the chopper," and then me with the can of aircraft remover, and then an explosion. Um, it's going to be a good time, seeing what happens over there on TikTok. So again, we're now at that stage where I'm going to go ahead and start winding it down for the night. I'm going to go, Princess Fhaie and I are probably going to grab a little something to eat. I need to go get a pack of smoky smokes, things like that. We're just kind of gathering things together, and I'm going to be working a little bit into the night on the new compilation video, the Fortnite compilation video. Again, the only day that we will not be live streaming is Tuesday. That is the day that I go over to Ian's stream. You can more than subscribe. I would appreciate if you did. It'd be wonderful if you did. Um, you know, Subscribe and turn on those notifications. We go live every day except Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And that is the only day that I'm over on Gamery and BRFC's channel. And he's live streaming Fortnite, and I spend time supporting his channel. He's a dear friend to all of us. He's actually helped me out a great deal. The shift linkage for Project Spirit, he actually donated the money so we could buy that. He donated a good chunk of change to help with that, to the purchase of that shift linkage. Actually, he probably bought close to half of it, if I remember correctly. So again, there's going to be a lot happening, well into next year. But we are getting ready to say goodbye to the In Your Face series. It's not what it was. Where it was supposed to go is not where it ended up. And I'm not happy with that. I know some people with me because of where it ended up having to go. So just one of them things. So as soon as this stream ends, I'm going to be working on some stuff for Princess Fhaie that goes well into Sunday as my great big... There you go. Thank you again. Thank you so much. So again, if you haven't done so, smash the like button, smash, if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell, turn it on, okay? Because the sooner you turn that dang thing on, you will be notified every time we go live, okay? And you'll also be notified every time we upload a brand new video. And again, we are going to be working on a lot of new content. Thank you so much, Joe. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Again, tomorrow we will be doing a Cinnamon live stream, and I know a lot of people are excited about that. Again, Cinnamon is kind of like not a real drag queen, but kind of a drag queen character that I created with the help of so many of the supporters here on the Prince Magnum channel. And we finally incorporated Cinnamon into her own series here on the channel. And it's the design behind it is reminding couples to keep it exciting when the bedroom door closes. Oh yeah. A lot of people love Cinnamon. Now that I've already said that, along with that, we will, we're also, the series that everyone's super familiar with is Surviving Romance. That will not change. Cinnamon knows how to pour on the spice. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be happening like that. Basically Surviving Romance will not see Cinnamon, and Cinnamon won't be, Surviving Romance is designed to keep the romance alive and well outside of the bedroom, but Cinnamon will remind us to keep it exciting in the bedroom. So that's kind of, if you're in a relationship, these are the factors we need to figure in. So that's how we've incorporated that now. So if you've not been familiar with that part of the channel, Surviving Romance is where I get to, Nah, you good, Kevin. You good, brother. So Cinnamon is a character that we created, here on the channel. And it all started off as a joke, but it's just carried on to the point where people love the character. And initially it was just every now and, I would be, just kind of talking, done up in makeup. Basically, I look like a woman. And you guys would be surprised. I'm 41 years old and I could still pull off like a really young woman look with that makeup on. It's actually kind of spooky. I would hope my mother would never watch one of those live streams. Oh my God, my mother would have a heart attack if she's seen what her son looks like in those live streams. Um, isn't that right, Cam? Isn't that right? Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. So just it's going to be an exciting time. I hope all of you join us pretty much every day that we go live or upload a new video. I hope all of you join us. It's going to be an exciting time. And feel free to, again, if you've not subscribed, do so at this time. For some reason, people are really starting to take notice of the channel, and I'm getting excited about it. I mean, I'm really excited about it. So we're going to stay very busy. For like a week, we're going to be very busy, and it's going to be an exciting time with all of you. I'm looking forward to it. So at this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and kind of start kind of bringing it into a good stopping point. Now, for those of you that was in the Sober Talk live stream yesterday, we do it a certain way. Bowman, that's just wrong. Oh, oh, no! Don't tell me if you do. Okay, that's no, no. Don't tell me. No. Oh my goodness. You wrong, just wrong. You really look the part, and you know. Yeah, Sean, I was waiting for it. Giggity. um, so just kind of a heads up. So it's gonna be, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Now, for those of you that was in the live stream yesterday for Sober Talk, we have a certain way that we let out of Sober Talk when we shut down that stream. And now we're, good night to you all. Well, and to me, there's nothing funnier than a straight guy trying to pretend he's not, and I think that's really funny. So again, there's going to be a little bit of that, and I hope no one takes offense at it. It's not meant to be offensive. It's meant there will be, again, I'm going to say it like this. Oh,
I thought maybe you would like to show her off.
oh,
She had a little accident, so I had no choice.
oh. For those that do not know, oh, Jill, here you go. For those who do not know, this is our little kitten, Zelda. Hi, Zelda. And expect at some point there will be a live stream where you all will get to watch Zelda play. Isn't she cute?
Wet.
She's a wet kitty. She got into something. She had to have a bath. Oh, there's Queen Bee. I knew she'd say something as soon as she seen Zelda. Don't worry about it, baby. It's okay. I got to straighten up in here. That's part of next week too. Yeah, she got into something and needed a bath. So again, expect at some point. Zelda's a wet. For those who don't know how Zelda got her name, I streamed. Well, the bulk of it was in a 10-hour, but oh yeah, I love. For those who do not know, we love our cats here on the Prince Magnum channel. We love cats. That's actually one of the reasons why there's actually a guy that I don't work with on YouTube anymore. He actually beat a cat on camera. I'm like, dude, no, I can't work with you. That, and he was saying some pretty horrible things about the homosexual community, and I just wasn't going to stand for it. So it was like, I'm done with you, dude. He's a militant Christian. And just like you have militant Muslims, there's militant Christians out there.
What are you talking about?
Hey, what's going on? Well, you know what to do, Queen. Put the link in so we can all get over there and say hi to hubby. You know that. Grab the link. Grab the link. So that's kind of some of the things that's going to be happening this next week. And yes, Queen Bee, I will make sure that Zelda gets her time on camera. I know we've actually done that where we've streamed playing with Zelda, and it is so much fun playing with her. It's good to see you think different. Um, you know, so that's just kind of a heads up. It's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be an exciting time here on the channel. Thank you, Joe, for joining the live. And again, if you're not subscribed to the Prince Magnum channel, definitely want to do so. All right, so we have wonderful people here. We do have a few people that'll come in. Well, one person in particular that comes in, he kind of tries to crap on the whole thing, but it's not my fault that I mean, despite popular belief, I don't swing that way. You know, I'm a married man. Leave me be. you know. So that's kind of what's going to be happening. It's going to be a good time, and I think everyone's going to have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Um, you know, so just heads up. We are already looking well into next year, and I'm looking to have a good time with all of you. We're already to the point where I said by September. Who's the person doing? Oh, I don't exactly have the person's name yet, but I already know where they live. They think that, which by the way, when I talked to the police department where he lives, they actually knew who I was talking about. That's the sad part. So, you got to be careful, messing with certain people, anyhow. Um, it's just the usual. He's made threats on here, and he's just disruptive. We don't talk about him too much because the police department in my town is basically going to be dealing with it soon enough. Princess Fhaie's got to send over the information, the screenshots, things like that, and the prosecutor will be involved. So Google, expect a subpoena. um, so that's kind of where it stands. Again. Tomorrow, Cinnamon live stream if Princess Fhaie feels up to it, and Sunday we'll be doing basically a little fire pit. So you all are welcome to join us, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, U.S. For the next couple of days. Monday, I'm not 100% sure yet. I haven't gotten that far. Tuesday will not be live streaming. Wednesday will be raid stream. Thursday will be sober talk. Friday will probably be cooking. We'll be in the kitchen. That'll give me enough time to kind of get things taken care of. Saturday, I haven't gotten that far. Depends on what happens from here to there. So we're going to stay busy. So, all right. So we've covered all of our bases. I have a wonderful wife to go aggravate a little bit, that sort of thing. So kind of a heads up, 7 Up. Probably Saturday, we'll try to live stream some time with Zelda. We're going to play with Zelda. So if you guys like kittens, expect to see a kitten. Oh, thank you so much, Michael, for joining us. Thank you so much for being here. Just being a part of the channel. It's so wonderful to see all of you with us. It's just been a wonderful stream, kind of getting caught up to speed. Hi, Galaxy. For those that don't know, we have a black cat. Look, a black kitty. Isn't she beautiful? I don't know how anyone could be mean to a black cat, but where I live, they are. Mm. Really? That bad, huh? Is it really that bad? Don't act like you don't enjoy the pets. You enjoy the pets. Might even try to get in the big one. For those that are not familiar, you ought to see my big cat. He's a big goat. I'm just grateful that so many of you have already hit that like button. I appreciate that so much. So many wonderful people in here. So, it's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be an exciting time this next week. So heads up. All right. That does bring us to a good stopping point. And you'll get, for those of you who were with us in Sober Talk yesterday, that one has its own special let out. The rest of them get this one. And it goes a little something like this. Get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, if no one out there has told any of you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.